Okay, so let's see groups and sets here. Okay, groups and sets here. Now, so groups and sets. First, we'll see groups. Groups are sets. The basic concept is same. The basic concept is right combining some dimension members together and trying to understand how the performance is among that combination of dimension members. Right? Groups and sets both are same in a way. So it is combining some dimension members together and seeing how the performance is among that groups or that combination of dimension members. That's what exactly it is. So what I'll do here is, right, I'll go there. So here it is. So I'll just create a simple chart. I'll show you first different ways of creating groups here. Okay, so different ways of creating groups. So I'm selecting some dimension members here and there is a group icon here. Okay, there is a group icon there. So I'm clicking there. So group icon is here. So you see that I created a group now. The dimension members which are part of the group are here. Okay, the dimension members which are part of the group are here. The dimension members which are not part of the group, as you can see, they are in gray color. Right? So the dimension members which are part of the group are here clearly highlighted, and group is right created here. Okay, in the dimension shelf. Okay, so in the dimension shelf, group is created. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so in the dimension shelf, group is created, and as you can see clearly, right? So it is highlighted. This is one simple way of creating group. Now, what is the purpose of group? You can drag and drop it here and understand what is happening there, right? So you can drag and drop it there and understand. So what's happening there, right? So you can clearly see, right? So this is how it is, right? So that's how it is, right? So you can see that I mean the group dimension members are performing almost or contributing almost 50% of the whole data, right? So that's how it is. So that is group. So this is one simple way of creating group. I'll show you another simple way of creating groups now. So I'm doing a Control Z here. Again, select some dimension members here. Again, group icon is here. Go there and click on subcategory and group. As you can see clearly, group is created here, right? And group is created here, right? So group is created here and group is here, right? Both the things are there. Now color is also same thing again, same thing, but just different way of creating group. That's all it is, right? Or if you want to drag and drop, of course you can drag and drop here, right? So if you want a comparison, you can remove the original subcategory. This is how it is. So this is right again. So now, so that's how simple way of creating group. And another way of creating group is you directly right click on the dimension. Okay, directly right click on the dimension and create group. Okay, directly right click on the dimension and create group. So here you can see group here. So this is group window. Remember this. Okay, this is group window. Okay, I forgot to ask you. So that's how it is. Now here. So you got the videos. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, apart from this, any other concerns, questions? Okay. But it's all your right. You can ask, no problem. So here it is. So here, right. So I'm creating a group. This is group window. Observe this closely and remember. Okay. So this is how it is. So I'm using shift and I'm selecting multiple dimension members here, right? Using control or shift. So you can do this, no problem. Now, so here it is. So here I'm going, right? I'm selecting some dimension members by using control and directly I'll click on group and the dimension members are grouped together. Okay. So dimension members are grouped together, right? So that's how it is. So as you can see clearly, so the dimension members are grouped. Next, so that is group. Now in a simple way, I clicked on group here and created a group. We'll see what other options are there. Ungroup is there. So if you want to remove any dimension member apart from group, you can remove it. Include other. The dimension members which are not part of the group can be removed from here. Okay. So the dimension members which are not part of the group can be removed from other. So that's not a problem. So you can do it. Next, you are seeing find here. So find here. So as you are seeing clearly, this find is for searching the patterns or values. That's all it is. So by using some pattern like this, I want to find try to something which contains a TAB. So you can see tables. So that's simple thing actually. So that's all the purpose is. So in the filters, right, we have seen that wildcard pattern match, right? The same thing here also. So apart from that, there is no great purpose here or meaning here. So find is of not great use. So now, if you want to add any dimension member to the group, directly you can go here, you can right click on it and say add to group. Or you can right click here also and say add to group. Either ways it is same, right? Either ways it is same. So it doesn't make a big difference. Okay. Now, so that's all the options we have here. We don't have any other option. That's why you remember this window. Now, again I will select some dimension members. Okay, this time, right? I'm selecting some dimension members. So can I create another group? Yes, you can create another group. So you can even use the dimension which is part of an existing group and right come back and do this. So group. Okay, so that's how it is. So I'm grouping it. So that is how it is. So I'm grouping it. You can see group of dimension members together and here. Now, so like this, how many groups can we create? You can create that many number of groups equal to the number of dimension members. You can create, right, the number of groups equal to the number of dimension members. So that you can do. Okay. So you can create the number of dimension members, right, equal to that many number of groups. That means each group should contain at least one dimension member. That's all it is. You don't need more than that. Each group should contain at least one dimension member. Only one dimension member. You need not have more than that in each group. Okay, so that's how it is. So that can be done. So that can be done. So that is how it is. Okay, clear? So like that, you can create multiple groups. Now, you can create multiple groups, but at any point of time, one dimension member will be part of only one group. One dimension member will be part of only one group. It will not be part of multiple groups. Okay. So one dimension member will be part of only one group. Okay. Please remember that. Okay. So I used copier. Copier came to this group. It is not part of this group. See, ideally speaking, right? Let's say your company is present in multiple countries. Right? It is there in right throughout the world in multiple countries. Just Ford, like Ford, right? Or GM or any right automobile like that. So right, like Toyota or whatever it is, right? Most of the MNCs. Now you want to understand what's the revenue, right, from different regions. So these companies, they are very big. Even the chairpersons, they will not ask and go for look for each and every small countries like Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Philippines. They don't do it, right? They'll just call it as Asia Pacific region, right? Even seeing India revenue is also, I mean, very rare. So they call it as completely Asia Pacific region, India plus Sri Lanka plus all these small countries together. Similarly, African countries, similarly West Indies, that Caribbean, all these islands, South America, all these things. So they will combine regions like that, right? So combining countries, right? In Europe also they do that. So they call it as Europe region or Nazis are there, right? So that one like that. So that is grouping. So any country, let's take for example India itself. Let's say in right there are two regions. The Asia Pacific region is there and China is there. China is separate. Why? Because it's a very big right economy and it's booming. You know that, right? So huge amount is there. So whereas China, South Korea, North Korea, these things, Japan will come as one region, and India, right? These countries which are around India will come as one region. So either India will be part of Asia Pacific or China, that right, South Asia regions. It cannot be part of both the things at the same time, right? So as simple as that, at any point of time, one dimension member will be part of only one group. It cannot be part of multiple groups here. Okay, so I'm clicking OK. So doing that. So that's how it is. So I'm dragging in. Now you see that previously when I created a group, by default you saw the color there, right? By default you saw the color there, but now you are seeing that you are not seeing the color. Why? Because clearly show, right? So it is not created in the chat. So group is created separately here. You can drag and drop it on color, nothing wrong, right? So you are seeing different colors based on groups. So you see here, right? Two groups are there, and there are some separate things like accessories, right? Art, these things are separated, but even then they are getting colors. If you are, right, I'm not happy with this look and feel, what you can do, you can go there and include other. So that can also be done. So go there, click OK. So and do that, as simple as that. So now you see, if you drag and drop, you will see, right, 1 2 and 3, the dimension members which are not part of any group, right? Other countries will be there, right? Miscellaneous islands, right? All those things. So like this you can see here. Okay, so that is how it is. So you can see that, right? So this is one thing and this is another and this is another, right? So you can see how different regions are contributing together, right? For most of the automobiles, right, they might be doing business in any countries, most of the countries, but still US region will almost contribute 40 to 50% of revenue to any company. That's pretty obvious thing, right? Even for Tableau also, that's a pretty obvious, right? So that's how it is. So like this you can understand how the contribution is from, right, different combinations of data or dimension members, exactly speaking. Okay, so this is group. Now you can right click on any measure also and create group. That means groups can be created on dimensions or measures, but generally we don't do it on measures. So we don't do it on measures, we'll do it on only dimensions. But if at all you want to do it, you can do it on measures also, grouping. So that can be done. Okay, so here you can go here and see what is the percentage contribution of each and every individual piece. So that can also be done. So this question is there for certification exam, definitely. So you have to practice this properly. This is table calculation. When we see calculations, maybe after next week sometime, that when we see table calculations, we will see all these things together. Okay, so when we see table calculations, we'll see how to do this calculation, percent of total. Okay, so in detail, but right now you see this. So this is how it is. So it is clearly showing which one is contributing more, which one is contributing less, right? How much contribution is there from each group, right? So that's how it is. Okay, so this is simple way of creating groups. Any doubts here? Clear? Shall I
Um,
proceed? Tell me.
Architect, like at one point you said that numbers, a same dimension number can be in two different groups, but in real time we don't do that, right? A
No.
particular
Any, whether it is real time or not, any dimension member will not be part of any two groups. One
okay,
dimension member will be part of only one group.
okay.
Hmm. Anything else? Any other questions, doubts? Whether it is real time or not, India will be part of either Asia Pacific or South Asia region. It cannot be both. So that's pretty obvious. Okay. So yeah, good, clear, proceed. If you don't have any questions or doubts. Okay, good. Next. So that is simple way of creating groups. What if you have a situation like this, right? So let's say you have a situation like this. That means you have multiple dimensions. So multiple dimensions like this. Now how you will create a group, right? Now how you will create a group. How you will create a group here, right? So this is how it is, right? So this is how it is. Now, right, by selecting two dimensions like this, right, you can't do it. So you see there, create group option is not there, so you can't do it. You can only combine a field, and you can combine only two fields, you cannot combine more, right? You cannot combine more than two fields, you can combine only two fields, right? So that's how, right? So you cannot achieve group. So how to create a group now? So I want to create a group including all these three dimensions. How can I do it? By using chart or visualization, you can do it. By using this chart or visualization, you can do it. No problem at all. So you can do it. So that is how it is. So you go there and create group. Next. So you go there and create group. But before that, you should understand some basic. Always remember, one basic concept is that whenever you have multiple dimensions and you are showing aggregation in the chart, the aggregation or the measure values will be always shown at the lowest level on the chart or in the output. That's a pretty obvious thing. Now, at what level you are right seeing these bars or sales, for example, you are seeing it at subcategory level. So that is the lowest level. That is called as level of detail. Okay. So concept is there from long time. It is not introduced with Tableau or anything. Even if you write a SQL also, it is the same thing. Okay. So even if you write the SQL also, it is same. Okay. So it's the same thing. There is no much difference between write SQL, that this, write all these things. So that's how it is. Okay. So even if you start writing SQL also, it is same thing. Good. So that's how it is. Okay. So now, so here that's how it is. So by default, always the aggregation or the data will be shown at the lowest level. Of course, separately we have a level of detail calculations, all those things which we'll see in calculations class. But right now, understand that basic thing. Okay, that's a very basic. So next, again, I select the data like this. Okay, so I select the data like this. Go here. I'll go here. I'll do grouping from the lowest level to the highest level. Okay, I'll do grouping from the lowest to the highest level. Okay, that I will do. So I'll go here. So clicked on subcategory there. So I did that. Next is, now you see. So group is created. Group is created on subcategory. So here you can see. Next. So here you can see group is created. But what happened here? The selection got repeated. Why? The same basic thing, that is the furnishings, tables, appliances, art, binders, all these things are there everywhere. The same basic thing, right? Furnishings, tables, appliances, art, binders, right? So those things are there in every region. The highest level is region, the lowest level is subcategory. So those subcategories are there in every region. That is the reason the selection is repeated, right? So that's the reason the selection is repeated. That is how it is. Okay. So that's the reason the selection is repeated. Got it? So that's how it is. Okay. So that's the reason selection is repeated. So what I'm doing a Control Z again to show you another thing. So now again I'll select some dimension members. In fact, same things. Now you tell me, if I select on category, which categories will get selected? If I click here and click on category, so which category will get selected?
Furniture and office supplies.
Right? Furniture and office supplies, right? So that's pretty obvious. So furniture and office supplies will get selected. So you go there and click on, right, so category, obviously, right, because these dimension members are relating to furniture and office supplies, though both will get selected as usual. The same categories are there in every region, right? So as you can see there, so they are selected in every region, right? Furniture and office supplies. So that's how it is. So furniture and office supplies both are selected in every region. So that is how it is. Next. So this is category. Again, group is created, color is applied, so automatically everything is happening. Okay. Again, I'm doing a Control Z. Again, I'll select some data like this. Okay. So here again I'm coming here. So I'll go here and click on region. This time the selection will not be repeated. Why? Because region is the highest level, right? Region is the highest level, so that's why the selection is not repeated. Okay, so region is not at the highest level, so that's why the selection will not be repeated. So you can see that central there, so the selection is not repeated. Okay, because it is the highest level, but I selected only these dimension members, but the whole central got selected. Okay, that you are observing. So this is what is happening. What is happening here? When I'm selecting only these dimension members, right, instead of creating group only on this, why the selection is getting repeated, right? Why the selection is going for whole categories and whole region, which I don't want, right? So why the selection is going for multiple things here? So why is it going like that, right? So why the selection is not happening only for these dimension members? Why? I'll tell you an example. See, for example, somebody asked your house address. How you will give your house address? Anybody? You need not tell your
The
house.
door,
It can be something. Okay. Tell me.
the door number, street address, and the
Right.
area address.
Let's say you gave only door number. Door number, let's say 30 you gave. So if you just give door number 30, will you get the right post to your home? No, you can't get it. Because why? Because the same door number 30 is there in every region. Correct? The same door number 30 is there in every region. Right? It is not just here only. Right? The same door number 30 is there in every region. In India, in the US, everywhere. So identifying your house is not possible. Okay, door number 30, street name you give. Let's say Mahatma Gandhi Street. Mahatma Gandhi Street is there in Texas, it is there in New York, and it is there in West Indies also. Leave about India. I'm talking about those countries. Where it will go? Right? Again, not possible. So, right, door number, right, street name, and city, New York, right, and pin code. Okay, so and pin code, right? So you are doing all these things, right? So you are doing all these things, right? So then what? So you'll get your address or not? Complete address. If you give complete address, you'll get the post to your home or not? You will get it. Obviously, right? So if you give the complete address, obviously you will get the post. That's pretty obvious. Correct? So that is how it is. Correct? So that is how it is. Okay? So that's how it is. So you should give the complete address. Here also, when you say furnishings, you should give the complete thing. Which furnishings? You should able to identify this bar uniquely. How you identify your house uniquely, right? You should also be able to identify so the dimension member uniquely. How you will identify uniquely? Furnishings. Which furnishings? In furniture. Which one? In central. So then it is uniquely identified, right? Yes or no? Understood or not? So like that, you should be able to uniquely identify. So you go there, right, and select on right group icon here. Say all dimensions. Okay. So like that. So you create a group. Now you see color is highlighted, right? Nothing else is selected apart from that. So selection is not repeated, right? Nothing else is selected apart from that, right? Why? You see in the tooltip. So you see in the tooltip, right? Clearly you can see, right? Category, region, subcategory. Very clear, right? So category, region, subcategory. Right? Office supplies, central appliances, furniture, central tables. So you can clearly see tables. Which tables? This table, every table is there, but it is in region central. So like that, you can uniquely identify that dimension number. So only then this group will be created. So you can create unique groups like this. So this is right called as visual grouping. Why? Because you cannot create such kind of groups in any other way. Okay, so you can not create such kind of groups in any other way. So that is how it is. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, good, clear, clear. Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Okay, good. Anybody, anything, any doubts, questions?
Aki garu, can you please show that once again, the last part?
Which one?
The last part which you said, like
Hmm.
uniquely how you create it. Just the step
Uniquely,
how.
uniquely identified means, for example, your house address is there. How you will identify it uniquely? You will give by giving complete address, right? Similarly here also. So you need to identify this bar uniquely. How can you do it? By giving all three dimension members together. If you give it only furnishings, furnishings is here, right? Furnishings is here, again furnishings is here. Like that, that repetition will be there. Selection will be repeated. But if you say it is not this furnishings, it is only the furnishings which is there in central, then it is uniquely identified. So that's what is happening. So you see there in the tooltip, I used all three dimension members together to show or to identify that bar uniquely. Which one means furniture central furnishings, furniture central tables, office supplies central appliances. So you see that how it is uniquely identified. Okay, which furniture, right, in central, right, uniquely identified. So using all dimensions you can identify uniquely. That's what I mean. Understood? Or still not clear?
Now the concept I understood. I just want you to show how you did it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I didn't do anything. So there is an option here in the drop down. So in the drop down, so here or here, both are same. You have all dimensions. Okay, or here also. So you have all dimensions option here. So in the drop down, so all dimensions option is there. You click on that, it will include all dimensions, not measures, dimensions. Got it?
Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Okay, clear. So any other thing apart from that? Anybody? Any questions, doubts? Okay, shall I proceed? No questions, no doubts. Okay, no problem. So here, so that is right. So that's how it is. Okay. So this is called as visual grouping because such kind of groups can be created in the chart itself. Okay. Now, groups topic is easy to understand. Creation, everything is easy, but we don't use groups much in real time. Why? Why? You will get to know in some time. Okay. So let's start creating sets. Okay. After you see creation of sets, then you will get to know why I will not go for groups. So sets also there are different ways of creating it. So that is again combining the dimension numbers. For example, like this, right? So you select some dimension numbers here, go here and create set. Okay. So that is how it is. So create set here. Now, so create set. So as you can see set one there. So I am clicking OK, right? And you can see the dimension numbers which are part of the set. So I'm clicking OK here, right? So I created a set there. So you can see set here, right? So you can see set here. So again I will drag and drop here. So you see that unlike group, set is created in a separate shelf, and color is not applied by default. You have to drag and drop. So if you want to apply color, you can drag and drop it on right color, or if you want to drag and drop it here, right? So you can do that also. Okay, in and out. So both things you can do, right? So that's how it is. So you can see in and you can see out. Both are there. Okay, so that's how it is. Got it? Clear? So that's how it is. So in means the dimension members which are part of the set. Out means the dimension numbers which are not part of the set. Clear? The dimension numbers which are part of the set are in, which are not part of the set are out. Clearly. So this is one simple way of creating groups. Sorry, set. This is one simple way of creating set here. So as you can see, set. Okay. So that's how it is. Next. So that is set. Next thing is, right, here it is. I'll show another way of creating set here, but this is important. You can right click on any dimension and go here and create set. You can right click on any dimension, go there and create set. Now, so I am creating set here. We have seen this window already. Where did we see this window? Where did we see this window?
Filter.
Filter.
For create.
For what?
Yeah, for the selecting only
Yeah,
few
data.
items for the filter
Right.
data.
Yes, correct. Correct. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Got it? So this window we have seen already in filters. The same window we are seeing here. So what is special with this window? What is special with this window? So you can select the values. That's not a problem. You can use condition also, but you can keep it dynamic. For example, your requirement is right. Create a set of values which will contain or which has sales more than $10,000. Right? So you can give that condition, or you can say that count of customers is right. Let's say greater than some 200 or 300 like that. Right? So that you can do very easily. Correct? So what do you do? So that you can do very easily by using. So in future, if any customer enters into $10,000 club, right, that customer name will automatically come up in the chat. You need not change the conditions or you need not do anything, right? So you not create sets at that point of time, all these things, right? So that is an advantage of sets here. That means you can keep it highly dynamic. So you can keep it highly dynamic. So so by using by field, you can keep it highly dynamic. Okay. So for example, count of customers greater than or 200 or something. So or if you want to see something else, you can keep it dynamic like this. Right. That is the purpose of set. So that is one special thing, and most important thing here is in top. That is especially in top or right bottom. As I told you, it's not just top; it is both top and bottom. In top or bottom, you have a way to create a parameter, as we have seen in the previous classes. Right? You can create a parameter from here. Right? That is also there. So you can create a parameter here. So that can also be done. Right? So that can also be done here. So you know how to create a parameter. Yes or no? Anybody has any questions here? Clear? Okay. So you know how to create a parameter. Let's say I will choose right. Let's say sales only, sum of sales, right? So bottom 10 by sum of sales, or bottom 15 by sum of sales, bottom 20 by sum of sales. Like that, you can dynamically change the values which are part of the set. You can dynamically change the values which are part of the set. So that can be done. So I'm clicking here. So set is created here. Now I should use this set only in the chart, obviously, right? Or if you think that we cannot understand directly, so this is what I did. Using which dimension I created a set? Using which dimension I created a set? Guys, anybody is following? Using which dimension I created a set? Chaitanya, Deepti, Madan, Padmini, Purnima, Vahita.
Subcategory, right?
Yeah, subcategory I created a set. So the same subcategory I should use in the chart. So I should use a relevant field or the same field. I should not use a different field. It will go wrong. Okay, that is mandatory for sets. So I'm clicking on subcategory only. I double clicked by mistake. So, or let's say this, and sum of sales. Obviously, I need like this. And so this set I have to drag and drop, or you can keep keep it in color also, or if you want to drag and drop here, so you can do that also. In real time, whenever somebody asks you any requirement, they will not ask you, see, I want to see only in dimension members in set, right? They will not ask you like that. That's totally a wrong thing to do. So you will not get requirements like that. I want to see only out, I want to see only in, I want to only that, I want only this. They will not do that. So when they ask for requirements, see, I want to see top 10 by sum of sales. I want to see the dimension members for which profit is greater than 5,000. Right? Like this, you will get a requirement. Based on the requirement, you yourself has to understand which topic in Tableau should be used. Right? So which topic in Tableau should be used. Right? So that's how it is. Now, here in out is there. Okay, in out is there. So this will tell you, right? In means the dimension members which are part of the set. Out means which are not part of the set. So most probably you will get requirements which are showing in. So you can see that option here, show members in set. So show members in set. So that is how it is. So show members in set. So here it is. Okay, show members in set. So that's how it is. So again doing a control Z to show you again. But if you want to show both, yes, you can show both like this, or in set. That option is here. Remember that. Very useful option. Now you can see that the dimension numbers which are part of the set only are here, right? So apart from that, nothing else. Now here you should get one doubt. You didn't get that doubt? Anybody got any doubt? Yuvraj? Hello? Yuvraj? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we can. Yay, folks. With whom? Sitarama? No. No, I never had a detailed discussion. Uh, maybe with Robin, maybe. So, nothing there. Uh, okay. So, this is how it is. Just 1 second, I'm coming out. 1 second. 1 second, guys. I'm very sorry. Need to go on with this call. Okay. Office call. So, I'm sorry. That was my manager from office. Can't avoid it. Yes. So, you got any doubt? Anybody here? Got any doubt? You should have got a doubt, right? What I'm doing here. This we can achieve through filters only, right? It is the same filter window which I used in set, and this we can achieve through filter only, right? What I'm showing here is just a bottom 10 or something like that, right? I can show parameter here, right? Show parameter control here, and right, I can do this, right? So I can change the values here, right? So that's how it is. So this is how it is. So, right, that's all it is. So this I can do through parameter, right? Parameter and filter, which I showed you in the previous class, right? Why should I go for a set? Any guess, guys? Anybody? Why should I go for a set? Anybody got that doubt? This guy is showing the same scenario, but now I'm doing it in sets. So why should I go for a set when I can do through filter and parameters in a simple way? Right? Anybody got that doubt? Nobody? Okay. Nobody? You're all able to hear me, right?
Sets can be done when multiple dimensions are available.
Okay, okay, maybe, may not be. So okay, do one thing. Wait until the next class on Monday. Okay, since some people are not able to come in the weekends and right, it's irregular, I don't want to do it. I'll keep it regular itself. Maybe 1 2 weeks, if you sit continuously 5 days in a week, we will complete it, no problem, don't worry. But if anybody needs classes, right, urgent, yes, in the weekend there are classes. I'll be teaching another topic. So whoever wants to right attend more classes or complete immediately such things, let me know, so you can sit multiple hours. Okay, I'll teach in the weekend. So tomorrow also same time we have a class, so you can attend that class. And still want more classes, let me know, I'll take 2 hours per day, right, classes. Okay, it's up to you guys, I'm leaving it to you. Okay, next thing is I'll share assignments, all those things once, right, as I told you, get confirmation from your institute. Some I got information today only from your corresponding institutes that some has already fully confirmed. So for those students, I'll try to share the assignments as soon as possible. Mostly by Monday, right, you should see it. Weekend, right? So I have some more classes, maybe after that I'll share. But if I forget, you remind me in the Monday class, I'll share with those who have already fully confirmed with your corresponding institutes. Okay. So, right, in Monday's class, I'll start answering that question. Why should you go for